over 4 years of experience in customer support.
This call is now being transcribed. This call is now being recorded.
Okay.
This call is now taking notes.
I have over 4 years of experience in customer support, and outside customer support, I do a couple of things, including UI UX design, content writing, virtual assistance.
Play you.
And others. It is simple now. Everything will be for system. Okay, that's fine. Welcome to class, everybody. Today's class is going to be on communication and customer support. As you see, I would say, if you permit me to rephrase or paraphrase rather, I would say communication in customer support, right? In as much as what is seen on your screen is introduction to customer support and communication. But if I should rephrase for better understanding, I would say communication in customer support. Let's discuss, as our lecturer would say. Okay. Basically, the notes is for you to of their product or service, right? It ensures people can product service quickly to both and satisfied. I'm trying to screen.
Are we seeing the screen?
Yes, we are seeing the screen, but we cannot hear you.
Okay, we can hear you. I wanted to say the same thing too.
And on the screen.
Okay. And I'm not seeing the screen anymore. Okay, I can see the screen now. Chino, yeah, you're not supposed to be in your
Oh my
class.
Jegba.
Our teacher.
Chino, yeah, I'm seeing you.
Our teacher is having network issues, so we are waiting to be admitted in.
Okay. I pity you. Now, Kuku precious be una tutor. Sorry, Mr. Ujak, you can go on, but I think your network, like the voice is just is breaking in and out. You can go on, please.
Fine.
Okay.
I think it's better now.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, I took time to explain what customer service or customer support is all about. I said it's all about explanation, resolving customers' query, giving them understanding and direction about your product and service. Now, what is communication in customer service? Customer service is a process. Customer service first, basically the process of resolving customers' query, challenges, questions about your service or your product. Now, communication is the act or is the process of exchanging information, feedback, and solutions between a business and its customers, right? It involves listening to customers' needs, responding clearly and respectfully, and using right channels. Okay, let's assume you have all of us use a product, like all of us use fintech product, let's say OP for instance. Let's assume you were trying to transfer funds and unfortunately the funds went pending. As a customer or as a client, you're going to reach out to OP. Let's say your transfer was delayed beyond time. And that process of OP telling you, oh, we've received your complaint, please we apologize about your delay. We are going to resolve this in so and so minutes. That is communication. The beginning of your call to the receiving, to the direction, to the resolution, all of them involves communication. So communication is very, very important as far as customer service is concerned. In the course of this our class, you will see various forms of communication and how it could encourage, sell the business positively or deter the business. Okay. Now, values to be considered in communication. Yeah, this is very important. We have clarity, we have empathy, we have tone, we have active listening, amongst others. Now, this is very key because there are different forms of communication, and I'm really laying emphasis on both the verbal communication and the non-verbal communication, right? So please, for feedback, I'm actually on the chat. So in case you have feedback, you're not hearing me clearly, I'm too fast, I'm too vague, please go to the group chats and give me feedback. My eyes is there. Okay, I'm keeping an eye there. So clarity. You don't when in customer service, you don't just wake up and start speaking grammar to the customer to prove that maybe you're educated at something. No. You make sure that you use the simplest term available. You break down your choice of words. That in Nigeria Palace, we say, please can you bring it down to the level of a layman, right? So you make it very simple that even a keke rider, so to say, can understand you. Even a motorcycler can understand you. Even and how someone, with due respect to them though, can understand you. That's the place of clarity in communication. So you use simple language. As Chino Achebe we say, you use is and was and not the shuns and the zooms. Are we there? So in clarity, to ensure clarity, use simple, very simple communication, basic English communication, so to say, if that's the acceptable lingua franca. Then in places that use other languages, you can also prefer the simplest term of communication there. It's very, very important. Um, some customer service go ahead to even use vernacular too, right? I think a particular telecommunication company, they say if you want to communicate with us in English, press those. If you want to speak in Hausa, press this. So this is to ensure that they can connect to all levels of customer, irrespective of language, tribe, and all of that. Even myself, I even go to the extent of speaking what they call it, the local Nigerian English broken, right? So that you, you can communicate. That's the most important thing. Your customer understand you and let you to be understood by your customer. So we have empathy. Now empathy has to do with concern, showing of care, right? It's just like a customer just lost an amount or lost an huge amount of money transacting on your service or your business, and he's blabbing. He has the right to blab. Of course, he's the one on the losing end. And he just say, concern me, or sir, you are disturbing me, or sir, whatever you're saying, I'm not the one that lost your good. It's the driver. Let's assume you're dealing with a logistic company, right? So no, that's not expected from a customer service representative. Instead, show empathy. Your choice of words can make you do that, or your tone of communication, if it's on text, can make you do that. Oh, sir, we apologize. It's quite unfortunate. It's rather unfortunate that your passport was damaged. Please, be rest assured that my team and my company is on top of the situation and trying to see how we can get this resolved, or how we can maybe remediate your parcel or something. So just show empathy. Oh, sir, please, we apologize. You've lost the amount of money. It is actually of huge concern to us. We are working to see how we can, normalize or establish normalcy. Just show empathy. Show empathy. Let the person know that you understand his pains, you feel his pain, you feel his concern. Not that you're saying you just keeping quiet. The person is ranting and ranting and ranting. At the end of the rant, you say, okay, no, that's very offensive. That's very offensive if you ask me. So please learn to be very empathetic. Now, empathy is natural. I've worked with people that don't naturally have empathy. Yes, I must stress this. Um, in as much as I said earlier that empathy is natural, I feel it can be learned. It can be learned. It can be unlearned too, as an about it can be learned. And you can learn empathy to people, learn to have sympathy for people, learn to put yourself in people's shoes, that's empathy. Okay, I think that is enough. Now, tone of communication is very important, especially now that we have different platform of communication, right? We have both the visual, we have the non-visual, we have the digital, we have the verbal. All of these are different sorts form of communication. So now your tone can be represented or can be felt or seen in your choice of words. That if it's written communication, your tone as well can be felt in your intonation, like the rise and fall, the rhythm of your voice. That's very important. Now, there's difference between welcome, ma, good morning, and there's difference between good morning, welcome, ma, sit down, and good morning, ma, you're welcome. Please, can you have a seat? How may I assist you? You know, they, those are two different, the same word, but two different intonation, and they actually pass several meanings to the client or the customer, as the case may be. You're welcome. Okay, okay. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. It's different from, oh, as a company, we see how we can solve the problem, how we can step in. So that's tone. It's very, very important. Now we also have communication via mail, text, as the case may be, written. So when you're writing, hello there, I hope this message finds you well. I trust your day is going well. This puts your tone in context, that you're not just only caring, but you're very concerned about the person's mental health, as they will say, or feeling. So your tone is very, very important in communication. That being said, I'm going to consider active listening. Yeah, this is very important. I would have just approved this with active reading as well. Active listening or active reading. Now, active listening is, let's say a customer is irate. By irate, I mean offended, mad, angry, angered on the highest level. And this customer calling and is ranting, is blabbing, with due respect to the customer though. For maybe that choice of word. The customer is pouring out his anger, for better choice of word. Let me use that. The customer is pouring out his anger. Oh, I sent a parcel. Let me just use a basic. Okay, let me just switch from parcel. Let me use, let's say, a tailor or a fashion designer client scenario. I came and I kept my attire with you for over 3 weeks, and I was meant to use this for a wedding in London, and I'm back here. You've not done anything. You've not sewn the material. I can't even join my friends because it was meant to be an agreed dress up. Blah 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 blah. You're mad. I'm not gonna come here again. You're one of the worst clients I've ever, a customer or fashion designer I've ever met. Right? It's your place as a client, as a customer representative or service or support, as whatever word you're comfortable with. Listen to him. Listen to his complaints. Listen to his challenges. Listen to what you know as the pain points, where the pain and pass, within the vex and pass, right? Then when you're responding, you now know what to respond. In the course of this class, I will touch on that. Your choice of response, your tone, your communication, your word. So first, listen. Like us that we are in the fintech sector, and somebody say try to initiate a transfer, and the transfer is pending, or is trying to pay through your payment gateway, and is having so and so challenge, or is trying to integrate your payment gateway. You just listen to him. You understand you on the basics, know his pain points, and so that with that you know who to channel him to, or how to solve his problem. So that's the importance of active listening. Then active reading too. Now, that we are in an era that we solve problems through digital platforms, people don't take time to write extensively. It's the world of acoustics, short form. People just, instead, in place of YOU, you see a capital U. They call them the Gen Z era, So, as a customer service representative or a customer support personnel, you need to have active reading. You try to connect the dots. You fill in the blank spaces. You try to read the mind of the clientele or the clients. So that's very important. Active reading. Understand your clients, understand what he meant to say. Since you are familiar with the product or the service and you know where the complaint is going, even though the words are not complete or the person that is not selling the words quite well or pronouncing the words very well, it's your place as a customer support to do active reading. You connect the dots, you fill in the blank spaces. I know where to take him to. Or you can also reach out to the person for further clarity. That's your place. So the next topic, the next subtopic, why is communication important in customer service? Why is communication important in customer service? So, to me, basically, apart from sight, I feel the next important thing is communication. Apart from things that appeals to sight, the next important thing that moves the world is communication. Because without communication, me and you will not be able to connect. Communication is very important. That's as an individual, as per nature. So now bringing into business, communication is a lot. Communication is a lot. It brings a lot of understanding between clients and establishes quality service between clientele and service provider or product management. It makes customers have a way of solving their problems, connecting with your product. You can also use that to connect with your customers. You can also use it to resolve issues faster. At times there are how products come in newly into the market, and before somebody chooses to use that product, he wants to know if this product is real. It's not perhaps all these guys that want to come and in quotes scam people of their hard-earned source, or resource. So they call in to find out stuff about the product. Please, where are you based? Where is the office? What do you do? How do you do it? What's the procedure? What's the process involved? By this, you're building trust. You're building loyalty. They get to connect with the brand. They understand the mission and the vision of the brand and how the processes fall in places. So communication is very key. It brings in education. It brings in resolution in all in one place. It makes the customer establish. It makes the customer feel settled, feel comfortable using your product and all of that. So communication is very key. It's very, very important in customer service. Then we have forms of communication. We have forms of communication. Please permit me. Let me check if I have feedback on the call. It's very important. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Please can continue. Okay, forms of communication. We have verbal communication. We have written communication. We have non-verbal communication. We have digital or social communication, as well as self-service communication. Now, to summarize all of them, verbal communication is the communication you do put on, like you use your voice. Your voice is involved. You have the phone call, you have the voice support, you have the in-person conversation, and all of that. Let's just assume you're calling OP, you're calling Instagram, you're calling MTN. That is verbal communication. You call in, and they respond. Now there are some channels that use voice communication, like you can drop the voice and that's the company does that. Maybe easier to come to Nigeria. So now you have written communications, and which involve emails, chats, live chats, help decks, tickets, or letters. This one has to be written. Please take note of all of these form of communications that I'm explaining, so that you can ask questions at the end of the class where you don't understand. Now we have non-verbal communication. That is your voice is not used. This has to do with body languages, most of more of support and all of that, you know. And let me explain this further. Let's assume somebody walks into your class. Let's assume somebody walks into your class, rather into your office, and and you sit into you collapse into your chair. I don't know if you understand me. Maybe you are sitting erect and somebody just walked into your office. Instead of you maintaining that erect posture, you now collapse into the chair. That alone has explained something. That body movement, that body gesture, it's a lot of communication to the clientele. The client could see that as maybe he's not ready to attend to me, right? Or let's just say a client just comes to you and say, please, can I make an inquiry? And you bold in your face. That shows that you're not welcoming the client. You're making the client see you or see himself to you as a disturbance. So non-verbal communication is very, in fact, I feel it's even more important than the verbal communication. They say it's not what you say that matter or matters, that matter rather, but how you say it, you know, just like I'm attending to a client one-on-one on site, and I'm looking at my phone, I'm pressing my phone and I'm talking to the client. It's very disrespectful, right? It's very disrespectful. So non-verbal communication is very important in communicating in customer service. Now, digital social communication, I think is very simple. That's via social media, self-service communication. You have the frequently asked questions, you have the knowledge bases, you have blogs, you have chatbots, you know, that can, and like this self-service is all about you trying to resolve your service yourself. This could be in the form of you getting direction. Oh, my system is not switching on, my system is off. Then you go to self-service or back, like frequently asked questions, and they'll tell you, okay, if your system is overheated, do this. If your phone is hanging, do this. You can actually, with those guides, solve your problem. Let's just say you have an Infinix phone and your Infinix is heating. When you try to make a search on Google, for instance, you see different similar questions being asked. And when you click on those questions, you get feedback, you get direction on how to solve your problem physically, even without meeting a technician, right? So that is what I can explain as self-service communication. Now, we're done with that. 5 popular communication tools in customer service. This is very important. Communication tools. This is the rock of customer service, CRM, communication relationship management. Excuse me. So your communication tools, you need to understand basic communication tools. Though they are much, but one sweet thing is that the interfaces are similar. Yeah, just like if you use Zodex, you use Zendex, you use FreshDex, they have similar interfaces, but the experience will be a little bit different. But the interfaces are similar. I will explain further. Now we have email support. Now, email support allows businesses to handle customer inquiries, complaints, challenges, follow-ups, whatever, via email. Now, this is via email. There are different email softwares that are available outside the popular ones like Gmail or Outlook. We have the MailChimp, we have the Zoho Mails, we have Zendex Mail. There are different mails that you can, different, especially CRM tools that you can customize and use them to send mails. I think that one is basic, simple. So you need to have basic knowledge of how to use, let's say, Zoho Mails, how to use MailChimp. This MailChimp is popular. It has a very simple interface, right? So as a customer support personnel, you need to maybe go on YouTube to get familiar with the interfaces of this software. Now we have live chats. These involve real-time messaging on websites or apps that provide instant help and quick responses. Now, live chat, I'm sure if you visit some sites or some app, you see an icon that says you want to chat with with a representative, click here, and you can actually start a live chat, right? And someone is on the other end to respond and give direction. That is a form of a customer representative tool that a customer support must know. We have Zoho IQ, we have Sales IQ, Zoho Sales IQ. It's very popular. It's mostly used by many companies, including mine. You know, it's very simple. Like when you go to a site and you see chat to the representative and you click on it, any information you drop on the other end comes to us at the back end and we respond. And perhaps you achieve your ambition, whatever you want to get resolved or something. So sales IQ is very popular. You have phone support. I'll not deal on that. That's simple. You have social media platforms, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, and LinkedIn. Um, um, are these are very simple to use, but there are the interfaces could be different depending on the company. Now, let's say your company is using LinkedIn Premium. The interface you get or might be slightly different from the other interface. Or let's just say the LinkedIn is integrated in your CRM. You need to know how to deal with the interface. Same as Facebook, Instagram, and blah blah blah. You have an what you call instant messaging in your CRM. So these softwares are embedded so you can chat with clients or respond to clients. You must have to get familiar with how it works. Then we have this is the core. We have the help desk or the CRM software. These are softwares that we use to do customer support. Now it gives you a platform that you can do a couple of things in one place. You can resolve customer issues. You can get to see customer issue. You can forward your complaints to a different team. Same still within the software. You can also do a little of marketing. You can do a little of newsletter still on that software. CRM is very wide. We have the Zodex, we have the Zendex, we have the Fresh we have Brevo too. It's much. It depends on what you want to do. It inculcates a lot of
Sorry to
automation.
cut you short, Mr. Uduak.
Okay,
I
please.
think your headphone it's making the voice crack, and also you are a bit fast. So please kindly help us take it slow. Your headphone, I think so, is making some sound, so we can barely hear you.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, thank you about that. Thank you about that.
The sound is still coming.
Okay, I'm trying to place where this. I'm not actually using a headphone, so I'm trying to place where the sound could come from.
Probably how
But it's
you
not.
placed your phone.
But it's not a
Probably how you.
hallback. Is it better, please?
No, not yet. The sound. Or am I the only one? Please, if you are experiencing the same thing at your hand, you can signify through. Okay, somebody said it's clear from my hand. Probably it's from my hand though.
It's just that it's somehow
Okay.
it is weird.
Ah, it is clear. Okay. Okay, no problem then. Since they said it is clear, but from my own hand, I'm getting some funny sound like click, 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 and you're too fast, so we can barely pick the words. But you can go on.
Okay. Um. Okay. Let me just do it. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, you want to. Yeah.
Okay, please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, please, I have to switch my device. I lost connection on one of the devices. Okay, I hope you can hear me. I want to, since the feedback was I was too fast, I want to summarize. I want to go a page back. I want to go a page back. Um, Forms of four things you need to avoid while communicating with a customer. Okay, I want to go a page back so that I can catch up. Okay, let's start from forms of communication. Forms of communication. We have please, if you have any feedback, please interrupt and say something. I'm not actually on my, I can't view my meet. I can't view my meet from here.
No problem.
So I want to stress on non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication, it's to me is almost everything in communication because it's not what you say, but perhaps how you say it that counts. You know, I explained earlier. Let's assume a customer walks into your office and the customer is trying to make findings. You say, okay, please, can I talk to you? And you just looked away or you bold in your face. By that, you've given the customer a very wrong feedback, a very wrong impression that perhaps he's not welcome or you are seeing him or her as a disturbance, which is very wrong, you know. Then your tone of communication matters a lot. I stressed this earlier. There's a difference between good morning and good morning. Welcome, sir. Please sit. Right? As if you can say that in a better tone. Oh, please sit. Oh, please, you might have a seat. Oh, please, I'll attend to you shortly. It's different from I'll attend to you shortly or I'll get back to you. No, you know. So our tone of communication is very important in today's world of customer support because it's mostly via call or visual resolution. So it's very important that you know how to represent your tone of communication, both if it's written or in communication formats. I think that was very key in this particular slide. And I also went to stress self-service communication that you can assess facts, that is frequently asked questions or blogs or knowledge bases. By this one, you can resolve your problem alone. Let's assume your phone is heating up or you're having a poor service or a poor network, and maybe you go online and search how can I resolve this so and so challenge overheating on Redmi phones. You see similar searches, and when you click on that in Google, you get feedback on what you can do. You can get steps of operation on what you can do to solve these challenges alone. You know, so these are self-service communication. How you can solve your problem alone. How you, with proper guide from the company or from blogs or information relating to it. Then I feel these were the very key points in this particular slide. Now this next slide, I was trying to stress the tools that a customer service representative should have. The tools a customer service representative should have or should understand or should know, you know. I said there's email support, that is different way of reaching out to clients via email. Apart from the popular Gmail, there are other softwares, there are other tools like MailChimp, and you have Zoom Mails, you have Brevo, you can send mails through it. We have Salesforce, it has an automated mail tool there. So as a customer support person, you should have basic knowledge. You should be familiar with how these things work, you know. Then there's also live chats, Sales IQ. That's the software that really does live chats. Now, I said if you go to a website, for instance, or an in-app You see an icon that says chat with a representative. You want to go live, chat. And let's assume you're using sales IQ. As soon as you say hello, you're going to get an instant feedback, either the precondition message or from a live representative. These are features, or these are channels that customer support service use to resolve customer challenge, right? Just like in, let's use OP for instance, is popular. You can see in app, you have a menu that you can chat a customer representative and they get back to you either instantly or in couple of seconds. So that is what known as live chat, right? Now we have phone support, that's true call. You try to resolve a client's challenge, true call, this more verbal communication. Um, mm, yeah, this phone support, like for those that might work in call centers, there are other technicalities involved. I think I've captured that below. I'll stress on that more later. Then we have social media platforms. Apart from just your normal Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, as I stressed earlier, um, there are different interfaces for this. If you're using the normal Facebook or Twitter, the interface could be slightly different from those using the premium or for those using the corporate one. Let's just say for those that use CRMs, let's just say Zoodex or Zendex or Brevo, that they have the social media embedded in their CRM, the interface will be different from the normal interface you have. Like those that do instant messaging IM on Zoodex or different CRM platform. So you need to get accustomed to the different interfaces available. It's very important so that you know where to press, how to respond, and how to play around with those information that comes in, right? So it's beyond just press the normal Facebook and Instagram that you know. When it's embedded in a CRM, the feature you see is a little bit different. So that's what I'm really stressing. You need to know these things on your CRM. The interface is very important. You need to get familiar with them. Now, you have help decks, you have CRM software. Now, to me, this is the bane of customer service or customer support, depending though on your kind of customer support. If it's one that has a cross team, you have different teams on board, or you have to do resolution of tickets and all of that. This is the most important tool you should get used to. Zoodex is very simple to me. It has a very simple interface. It's simple to navigate. It's simple to understand. Yeah, Zendeck and FreshDeck to me, it's a little, I wouldn't say it's complicated, but it's wide, right? Based on the different automations you can carry out on Zendex. Some of them even have sales features. Some of them also have email marketing feature and all of that. So even Zoodex does, but I feel Zoodex has a more simpler interface, just like we are trying to get familiar with a virtual assistant interface software, and you leave what's its name? You leave Brevo and go and study Salesforce. It's going to be difficult for you because the interface is complex, right? So please, just try to understand the interface of your tools, of your software. Now we have omni-channel support. Omni-channel support. This involves routing interactions across multiple channels. Okay, this omni-channel support is for those that are working bigger establishment, let's say call center proper, that they have different channel of support, mails, chats, calls, social media and all of that. So when that comes in, the software have a way of reassigning it to different customer support present, and trying to make sure it's being followed up and resolved and perhaps channeled to the right department. This is omni-channel. Let's just say MTN, for instance. They are on Twitter, they are on Facebook, they are on Instagram. Then at the same time, people are calling. At the same time, people are messaging. So for you not to mix up these different complaints coming in from perhaps several customers or from different platforms,
you need an omni-channel software. Like I've given examples of the software like Vocalcom, we have the Ring Central, and there are other softwares like that. So now this software makes you first give a ticket ID, right? So that when a customer calls or when a complaint is registered, you see that your complaint has been registered with so and so ticket ID. That's for tracking purpose to make sure that that particular complaint has been registered into the system. Then another department is in charge of monitoring it or rerouting it to the right channel. Okay, let's just assume you called in and said that you're trying to recharge your phone and it's not connecting. Now say, okay, ma, I've understood you. We apologize about the inconvenience you are experiencing. Please be informed that your complaint has been registered or has been opened, or a ticket has been opened for your complaint, whatever register you choose to use, with ticket ID 0001. So perhaps anytime you call in or anytime you want to make mention of that complaint, you can make reference to that ticket ID for easy tracking and proper resolution. So this is where omni-channel support comes in. It helps you profile, track, resolve different complaints from different channels. So if the person also made a call, complain of the same thing, I also went ahead to the social media to make that particular complaint. You can actually place, okay, ma, it seems we have a record of this complaint on our system. Please, are you so and so person by name? The person confirms. Yes, I am. Okay, initially complained of you having an issue with charging your phone. Is that it? He said yes. So with that, you know how to place customers' complaints. You know that five persons, okay, one person make five complaints on different channels, and you also go ahead to compare to open tickets for the 5%. That brings a little confusion, right? So when the person registers on a particular channel, after giving him a ticket, you can with that now to trace the person. Every customer support has access to that ticket. They can see it. So anytime somebody is coming to make a similar complaint with similar details or contact information, it can be placed and sorted out. Okay, that's by the way. Then secondly too, okay, that's one. Then secondly too, if perhaps this particular ticket was not resolved initially, when the person now calls in or lay a follow-up complaint and say, okay, I complained initially and I was given a ticket ID, you can actually go to that complaint and know where the complaint is pending, if it's in your hand, if it's in the particular technical department or technical support team, or what's keeping it, right? And you can duly inform the client, oh, please, we recognize that you've made this complaint initially. It has been routed to the technical support. Please, it's going to be resolved in 2 to 3 business days or 2 to 3 working days on 24 to 73 hours. It depends on your company register, right? So I think I've taken time to explain what omni-channel support is and how it operates. Now we have forms of calls in customer service. Excuse me. We have forms of calls in customer service. I would like to stress cold calling and warm calling. Cold calling and warm calling. Now, when a representative contacts someone who has had no prior interaction with the company, it is called cold calling. Let me stress that again. When a customer support contact, either via mail, call, or social media, when they reach out to a customer trying to sell a service or sell a product that this customer does not even have an information about, it is called cold calling. Now, in this case, the customer is not expecting the call, and the goal is usually to introduce the product or service and spark interest, right? Now, on the other end, we have warm calling. Now, warm calling happens when you call somebody that is interested in the business, interested in the product or service, or has made a contact in one way or the other. Now, this is what I mean. If, for instance, now somebody downloads a product and signs up on that product, as the customer support, you see the person that just signed up and you reach out to him. Oh, good afternoon, sir. I'm Omotayo. I'm calling in from OP Digital Services. You signed up on our product so and so day and time, and I'll try to find out if you understand the product or which service you'd like us to serve you. Right? So that is a warm calling. You are trying to follow up on the customer lead. Or in some cases, some people just download the product and sign up and they don't continue, or they just abandon it halfway. You can see those things from your back end and you reach out to the customer. That's warm calling rather. So but when it's cold calling, perhaps some company they extract either email or they extract contact from different platform and they just reach out to people randomly. So that is cold calling. There's no prior knowledge of that product. You're just trying to sell your product to the person, right? I think that serves us well. I think we understand that. Now, we also have on this subtopic 4 key things you need to avoid while communicating with a customer. 4 key things you need to avoid while communicating with a customer. Now, using unclear or technical jargon, it can confuse or frustrate the customer. Just like, for instance, just like for instance, um, I bought a system, let's say from HP, and my system is always switching off when I have 40%, when my battery is 40%, and I now call HP. And HP is telling me that, sir, it's because we're using Intel Celeron and your battery accelerator is not optimized. Because of that, you need to go to ionize your battery cultivator and blah, 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 blah. It's going to get frustrating to me because you're not providing solution. And me, I don't understand what you're talking, right? So what I want to hear is this, oh, sir, we apologize about the inconvenience you're experiencing. Your battery head has a little fault. Please, can you kindly approach any HP contact center to get your battery resolved? Or please, can you send your battery, your system, and so center for further resolution? Bam, you've solved my problem. Not telling me that, sir, your battery is not optimized. They had an issue with its accelerator, and thereby the operational system is blah, 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 blah with the Intel Celeron, and that is balderdash to me. That's you're using technical jargons, you're using technical terms, but to me, it's not making sense. You're not solving my problem. So, as a customer service representative, choose to use simple terms, right? Choose to use simple terms that both him or perhaps your customer at the other end understands, and you too can flow it. We can maintain such communication easily. Now, interrupting or talking over the customer, okay? Now, you need to avoid this a lot because when the customer is trying to explain things to him, explain situation or issues to you, that is where you need to activate your listening skill ability, active listening. It's not that the customer is talking and you're talking. No. Oh, hello, sir. Please, I'm experiencing challenge on my car. I just took it out of your company repair yard, and I'm seeing that the alignment of my car is not balanced. Please, what can I do? Oh, that is the right thing. You let the customer land before you step in. Not, hello, sir, I just stepped out from your repair yard and I discovered my light. Why didn't you confirm that before you left the company yard? We don't deal with such issues. Blah 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 blah. No, that's very wrong. You don't deal with a customer that way, right? You need to make him land. And in some cases, you need to confirm what he said. Okay, sir, may I confirm that you said that the alignment of your car is not balanced and you just left Aria some hours ago? Then the customer on the other end confirm, yes, you're correct, exactly. Then you now proceed. That is proper communication. Then also you need to avoid sounding rude or impatient, right? This one, your choice of words and your body language communicates this. Don't sound rude. Don't say it's not my business. Yeah, I'm not the one that I handed your parcel to. Eh? That's very wrong. Or I'm not the one that delayed your transfer. No, that's very wrong. You show sympathy, you show empathy, then you also go ahead to communicate how this problem can be solved. That's what a customer expects. Then you don't make promises you cannot fulfill. That's why most times you see banks or businesses say we'll get back to you within 3 to 4 working business days, or we try to resolve your problem within 24 to 72 hours, right? So it's not something that at the end of, if you know that this problem is going to, it takes 1 week to be reversed. For instance, if it's a transfer, you now to the customer, you're going to get it today, just to sweet mouth the customer. And at the end of that, they don't get it. You've lost credibility. You've lost credibility for that business. So learn to give the customer truthfulness in terms of your, perhaps your business timeline, your business performance, your processes, and all of that. Just let it be what it gets is what he ordered, and vice versa. Okay. Then we have 5 key things you need to consider while communicating with the customer. I mentioned earlier, listen actively, pay close attention to details. Don't interrupt the customer while he's talking, right? So at the end of, let's just assume the customer was making a complaint about a failed transaction or a delayed parcel or a broken item. Oh, I called to complain about my system. I received it in a damaged manner. My screen is broken. Please, how can you assist me? That's customer. Now me, support. I'll now say, oh, Mr. Affion, can let me kindly confirm that you said that you received your system in a broken format and you want us to assist you, right? The customer confirmed, then I progress. So that is active listening. Even the customer want to take like 3 to 4 hours to explain one thing, just give him that benefit of attention, right? You have be clear and concise. Just be simple, straightforward, simple choice of words. Show sympathy, maintain a positive tone, stay polite, calm, and professional, even in tough situations. Now, this happens, let's say, when you are attending to customers on site, you see people come into the platform, into your office and start ranting. In fact, some people could go physical. It's Nigeria, right? There was a time that a particular mancha was raining in Lagos. I go change them for you. I don't get time for anybody. I go change them for you. So that particular moment, a lot of things were going haywire. You can see most times I've seen how a customer almost fought with a representative, you know. So as a trained customer personnel, you know how to deal under pressure. Of course, it's added to our CV. I can work under pressure. So you need to know how to deal under pressure, work under pressure, how to stay calm, your choice of word. Please, sir, we can resolve this. Can you please give us a little time? Please, can you give us a little space, please? We're working on this. Our technical team can get this resolved. Please exercise a little patience, please. All those choice of words is going to help you manage the situation. Oh, please, we like to talk to my superior. Yes. So provide accurate information. That's very important. Don't let the situation be B and you're telling the customer A. Is going to lose trust and confidence in your business. Okay. Now, in conclusion, today's topic was all about communication in customer service, and we were trying to pinpoint the importance of communicating, of good, polite, structured, poised communication in customer service. That it goes beyond just communication. It establishes brand influence. It makes customer have trust in the brand. It makes customer have easy access or easy way of resolving their challenges. Now, in summary or conclusively, we'll say the importance of communication helps build strong customer relationship. The person finds confidence in you, and no customer, no person likes to be insulted, right? So your choice of word must be respectful if you want that customer to stay. Now, it ensures faster problem resolution. If you have a very good customer support, or you can ensure effective communication, I mean, you can easily resolve customer challenge or challenges. Just like when the customer calls in and say, "This is my problem," or "This is my problem, but I don't know how to communicate." Then you, as a trained personnel, you know how to place it, you know how to diagnose it, and know what next to do. You will help the person solve that problem and more faster. Then we have improves customer satisfaction, right? After solving the customer problem, of course, it's going to feel satisfied with your product and service. And the last point is strengthens brand reputation. It makes people feel comfortable. Say, oh, as for those guys, no, they are trusted. And you start getting recommendations and more businesses. So we have come to the end of our class. I want to thank everybody for their time And I'm sure we've learned one or two things, or perhaps I'm sure there are some topics, or points that we need clarity or seek more information. I'm open to questions, I'm open to queries, I'm open to observation. The floor is open,
So
please. Thank you.
I have a question. What if it's a situation whereas the customer is actually wrong and deep down they know they are on the wrong side, and you as a person, you're trying hard to like make the customer understand that, oh, you're the one wrong here, but they keep like raising their voice or using some sort of words that don't even sound pleasant to you. In that situation, what would you do? And if you keep quiet, the customer might feel like, oh, I'm talking to myself, right? What would you do in that situation?
Oh, please hold. I discovered that my speaker was muted, so I had to just unmute it.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay, please, yeah, can you start the question all over?
I said, what if you're in a situation whereby you're dealing with a customer and the customer is actually wrong, but they are not trying to like acknowledge that they are the one doing the wrong, and they keep on shouting or using some sort of words that are not. Please, can you I think your mic or something, or is it my own? I'm hearing myself.
Maybe perhaps it's yours.
Are you sure? Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I can hear
I'm
you.
still hearing myself. Probably
You are echoing.
yes.
Okay, what could be the cause?
I don't know. Ah, voila.
Your network. Or someone is
It's my probably I can just type my question.
Okay, but I've gotten your question, so I can give a brief
All
response
right,
or a
so
quick response.
All
Omowonuola
right,
is
go
like
ahead.
you are Omowonuola is you.
Eh?
Okay,
Someone called
Oladi,
my name.
Oladi, have a question. Are we? Are you the one talking? Somebody was saying something. I want to confirm if you had a question or something.
The person called my name.
Oh, I didn't
Yes,
even know
please.
that.
Your speaker, your I mean, you need to mute yourself so that it doesn't echo.
Okay. To give a quick response, you know the mantra that they say customer is always right at times gets into our client's head, and they tend to misbehave. Now, as a professional or as a trained personnel, you understand that such situation does not need a nervy reaction. You first explain the precedents, what led to this challenge. Okay, sir, you sent a parcel with us and you provided a wrong detail, and as such, the parcel was sent or forwarded to the contact you provided. However, we will, since you've confirmed you provided a different contact or something, we are going to reroute the parcel from where it is to where it should be. Please exercise a little patience. Yeah, at least that's you trying to be a little bit professional though. But despite the fact that the client may want to maybe foist the the challenge or the error on you as a person. So you just stay professional. You stick to the facts. You stay corporate, you stay professional. No exchange of words. You just explain the status of whatever it is and how you can perhaps remediate the situation. Yeah, that's the major thing the client wants. How can you make it better? How can you solve this problem? Then with that, it's a win-win situation. You keep the customer, you get his money, and your company, generates more revenue. Feel that's key. I don't know if I've answered your question, Mrs. or Miss Miss Ola.
Yes.
Okay. Please, I'm still accepting questions. I'm
Ask
open
your
to
question. So I think no one has question.
Okay, any feedback, any comments, any query, aside question. You want to say something, you want to give an idea, there's something we are not comfortable with, you need a re-explanation. I'm open to that as well.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ma.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class. It was really, really insightful. Thank you so much. I've never really had an opportunity to have a customer relationship class like this before.
Okay, I appreciate, Ma. Thanks for your
Thank you
time
so
as well.
much. Yes.
You're welcome, Ma. Okay. Any feedback from Hadi, Taiwo, Mudashi, Rebecca, Elizabeth, Timothy? Any feedback, any comments, any question?
No question.
Okay, Miss Ola, it's over to you.
Did you call me?
Yeah, there's no feedback, no question, nothing. So I don't know if you're going to give us a summary so we can call it a day.
No.
Okay. So we've come to the end of the class, is it?
Yes. And
Okay.
thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I want to sincerely appreciate everyone for your time, your data, and paying attention to what we're doing here. I would say it's also a support in a way to us to show that our efforts are being crowned by responses. You are highly encouraged. So this class continues tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to consider customer support tools or resolution, one of them. The class is going to expatiate on how we can work on different tools as a customer support personnel. So see you in class tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye, everyone.
You too. Thank you. Person wey see analytical people wey dey attentive for here now, they no go know say most of them they be I no even know the name wey I go give una. See them. Una sabi una sef. See as una dey attentive for class here. Una dey you okay? You people know yourself, abi? See as una dey attentive for class here. We go jam for front. If we should well done, we will jam at the front. I
Yeah,
beg,
we'll see at the top.
but talk okay. We go jam for front. I know say one person go still talk. Make I comot the girl. This be the kiss girl. She too dey try me, I beg.
That's my
Good night,
honorable
everyone.
Atlanta manager.
Too much
God go
love.
help una. Yeah, God go help una. Good night, everyone. Oh, and if
No.
people want to still continue the session, yeah, you can share your screen and let's.
Wait
People
for
should
me.
continue.
You not sharing rice.
Oh, is Eka on the call? I don't know if Eka is here. Eka is in charge of Eka. Eka
Hey,
don't go already.
mommy.
Eka don't go already, so no more rice. Mona no verse. There will be rice tomorrow.
I'll come with toothpick.
Okay, no wahala. Bilik is